All right, welcome to Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV. Glad you could join us tonight. We hope you'll enjoy our shows. We're going to have a great show tonight, and we hope you stick with us. We're going to talk a bit about what went on in 2015, and we got with us from 2015, the 2015 Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year, Christy Clark. And she got her plaque here to prove it. Yeah, we got proof as you Woman of the Year.
Can we just sit here and do this?
Yeah, let you sleep that thing tonight.
I do.
Well,
I will all year.
Look, Christy, before we get going into tell you a little bit about this, let's tell a little bit about who Christy Clark is, because if somebody out there may have not been there, don't really know, Mammy.
Exactly.
And everybody knows a Mammy's Kitchen.
I am Mammy. Very proud to be Mammy. Very, very proud.
So Mammy's Kitchen in Bardstown been around for several years.
10.
And I guess the thing about being Woman of the Year, I mean, obviously it means a lot for 2015, but you just didn't do it all in 2015. You started pretty small and worked your way up. It took you a few years.
Itty bitty.
Itty bitty, exactly. So it took you a few years. It's not something somebody can say, I want to be Woman of the Year or Man of the Year next year. It's not something you just do overnight.
I've been doing this pretty much all my life. It's not just been the last 10 years, but it's not something that you work to have. Right. Just the plaque and everything is wonderful. It's a great compliment to who you are and as a business person. To me, it's a validation that I've done something good, and it makes me want to do something better, and I'm like, it was a great year. It's been a great business-wise 10 years. We're very thankful, and I'm so humbled and grateful.
But 10, 15 years ago, when you were starting out with the antiques and then cooking and things like that, in the back of your mind, your idea is, I want to survive. It wasn't, I want to be Woman of the Year. I just want to pay the light bill.
I just want to go another month.
And 10 years later, you get this. And then that's got to mean, well, first of all, it's a validation of what you've done. But it's a career of success you've had.
I'd never dreamt it. I would have never been able to. Like I said, we just wanted a small little store. We wanted to be part of the downtown Bardstown's atmosphere. And that's what our intentions were, just to have a cute little store. And then, like I said before, over and over, we started cooking. Pinto beans and cornbread was our first thing on the menu. And then we started getting our regulars in that I talked about, that I love so much. And they became our regulars, and it just grew from, what Christy's Collections and So It Seems by Thelma, it grew from that to Mammy's Kitchen. So when we did start doing more and more of the food just by accident, and just because people were wanting it coming in, and, what else do you have? We're like, what else do you want? So it was really the public who made Mammy's, because we didn't go in with a business plan or a dream of having this restaurant at all. It was a home collection store, and my mom did custom sewing. So really, it was, one of my regulars coming in there, can you fix me this to eat? Well, yeah, sure. A tourist would come in there, well, we'd really like to try something like this. Well, yeah, we can do that. So really it was the public that made it Mammy's Kitchen. And I called it Mammy's Kitchen because, of course, both grandmothers, on my mom's side was Mammy, and then she had 18 children. My dad's side was Mammy Clyde. She had 15 children. So we were always in Mammy's kitchens. The big long Walton's tables, no chair match, the silverware, the plates, never matched. But you just had this big buffet of food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's where most of my childhood and adulthood was spent, gathering around those tables. So, and becoming that of Mammy's, but, I believe that we're all put here to help each other, to help others. I can't see myself not trying to help others. I mean, my intentions were to have a store in Bardstown, to be part of that atmosphere of Bardstown, and to do a good job. It wasn't something, I don't care, but, I really wanted to, be a great part of, a great access, to, the downtown atmosphere. And that would be anywhere I was at.
Well, that's true, but the food's great. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we're regulars ourselves, but the word regular means a whole lot different to you than it does somebody else. Like somebody can be regular at McDonald's. They go to McDonald's once a week, get a Big Mac. But what touched me so much is you've had some regulars there, and some of them have been really close to you. you come out and know them as personal friends. I know you've lost some few over the years. Several have passed away, and it's almost like it's a personal thing when you lose a regular like that.
It really is, because you see that person, those people every day. You talk to them. You know, you're there with each other every day. You talk about personal problems. You talk about great things that happen in your life. Babies are born, grandbabies, the loss of a loved one. So you're talking about things that have meaning in your life. So you get to know and really love those people, and they are committed to us.
Yeah, some of them get so comfortable they get up, go back behind the bar, and get their own cup of coffee.
Sometimes they have to wait on themselves. Yes.
It wasn't like they had to wait on themselves. They just felt at home. They felt like that was part of their house.
Each and every move, we've had to say, okay, this is where you come here. You know, you have to come over here and do it this way, because there have, of course, been changes in every move that we've made. And they're really like a part of my family. And in my speech, you know, the chamber night, the hardest part about it is the losses. And I've had several, you know, too many suddenly, you know, and, you know, it's a huge loss in our life, you know, not just our restaurant part.
That's the danger of getting really close to your customers.
Close to so many people.
And you, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've been in many restaurants, and I've very rarely met the manager or the owner to actually come out and sit at the table and sit there and talk to you for 20 minutes, much less even know who the manager or owner is.
Well, they always make fun of me. They're always saying, "Where's Mammy?" They were looking for me today, and I was out there talking. Well, I get my job done, and I go out there and talk to my customers, my family.
Yeah, that's right.
And my mom, she would be in the back cooking, and I'd be out there talking to all my customers, which I love to do. And she would just shake her head, Chris.
Well, that's
so
true.
She let me have all the glory.
Well, that's what makes it so special to me. I mean, like I said, the food's great, but when we come up, we always, we see you walking through, we're tickled to see you stop and talk.
You know, I guess it was, you know, a lot of it was from growing up in, you know, the Gravel Switch Farm, and there's so many people. And it wasn't just blood family members. It was extended family. You know, the people that worked in the cows, you know, milked the cows, did the tobacco, and, you know, it was just an abundance of people always. It wasn't necessarily your uncle, it was somebody else, you know. And so I think that is why it's so easy and fun for me to go out and just talk to everybody as if I was a little girl still at Mammy's kitchen.
Well, you have a lot of family members of your own that works there, plus everybody else comes in, becomes family. But pinto beans and cornbread, it started out, but it's far beyond that. The menu has changed considerably over the years. You have a favorite that you like, or you like them all?
Well, I always, you know, you eat something until you just like, I can't eat that anymore. I think this week my favorite was our special today, the hamburger steak with mushroom gravy.
Tomorrow you have another favorite.
That's meatloaf. Yeah, it's always my favorite. I did an Mile High apple pie today, caramel apple pie, and that was gone just like that. And I had customers come that were in there today at lunch.
This isn't any frozen apple pie you got out of Kroger's or anything. This is something
this is something I worked on all morning. It was that tall. And as soon as I took it out, Mr. and Mrs. Heimer was there, and they're wonderful customers. They are like family now. They're there every day, so they were going to come back and get a piece. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be here. They came back a few minutes ago, and they're like, where's the pie? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I've got blackberry cobbler though. So, you know, that's what makes me smile. I know Donna had said something to me. She said, you're always so friendly to everybody that comes out here. Your wife Donna, and I was like, it's because you're friendly. It's friendly as friendly does. You know, when you're friendly to somebody and somebody's friendly back, it's an instant friendship. And it puts that smile on your face. That's why I guess they say country cooking makes you good looking. You know, it's a happy atmosphere. And that's what I want, you know, with all the new employees that had to come in to the new Mammies here. You know, if they're not part of the family, they don't stay very long. If they don't become part of the family. And it's very easy to become a part of the family. And if you don't, you don't, you know. And we haven't had but a few that hasn't. But, you know, it's been a challenge, you know.
Well,
because this is how I want it done, and this is how I expect you to do it, and they're much happier, you know, when you know, you can put that smile on your face. You might have a really, really bad day, but I promise you, if you come in and you put that smile on your face and keep that smile on your face. It will really
Well,
change.
I know,
it'll
like I
change
said, I
your
know you
day.
take it very personal because I came in one time and I was just on business and I was leaving. You said, "Are you going to eat?" And I said, "Maybe later." I thought you were going to cry because I was leaving without eating. I better eat something.
I want to feed you. I love feeding people.
Obviously.
I mean, I always thought,
Well,
food makes you
speaking
happy.
of your new location, which you've been having a little over a year now,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, and the old stables, it's got a lot of history to that
love
building,
it.
but it's a great location, and you've turned it into a bar on one side and a restaurant on the other. But it seems like it's always something going on there.
It is. It's a lot going on. We've got lots of good bands. We're kind of a full bar now. The stable's at Mammy's Kitchen, and we've got some great entertainment. Robin and Angie are doing a great job with that. And then we just added the chicken coop, which is how we came full circle, I guess. It's exactly where we started out front. But every building downtown that this is our fourth and final, hopefully, but had some type of history to it. Of course, there's not one that I didn't like. I just have so many memories, fond memories of each and every building through that 3rd Street. That was incredible, and it allowed us to be who we want it to be, and to become a successful restaurant, which is amazing.
Well, now you're Woman of the Year, so are we getting a big head a little bit, or are we still going to be the same?
I really did. I tried.
I've never anybody tried to be. I've never seen
Woman of the
anybody
Year.
want to have the big head.
I tried, but I was
it didn't
mopping
work.
floors the next day. I only got to be Cinderella for one night, okay?
Well, it was a great speech that night. Like I said, the packed house, and I think everybody in there was really, really proud of you getting it this year. And
I owe so much of it to everybody else to make Mammy's, what it is, and to make me so happy, and to be able to have this honor. It really took a team. And my dad was there, and I was so happy that he was there, because I'm sure my dad thought, I never thought I'd see her live past 16, much less be Woman of the Year 30 years later. And so I'm sure, and it made me very proud that, he could sit there and watch me
you
accept
taught
this
Fly how to
honor.
cook.
Yeah. I didn't like that a bit. He just all of a sudden learned how to cook in one day. I don't think so. And I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for him. And he's been such a good person. When we didn't think we could make it another day, Fly'd always come in and help us out.
Yeah.
And he's still there, 10 years later, and he's still big part of the success of it. But, my whole family, my brother and my daughter, Stevie, my sons, it's just phenomenal
It is.
how much they give to me, and I kind of feel selfish, because I do get to take all the glory. Hey, y'all, look at me, and I love that. I love awards. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. I'm on the right path, and I promise to be a better person and the best Woman of the Year yet. I want to do more. What can I do for this person or this event or anything, just like the Kiwanis. I love you all. United Way, it's just, we'll do whatever we can.
We've already appreciated
More and
everything.
more.
And like I said, it's an experience coming in, and I've never left upset because it's always good food and good people to talk to, and usually everybody around the room's talking to each other. They get to know each other, so I've made a lot of friends just coming in for breakfast every now and then.
It's more than just food.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great atmosphere, and it's memories. To create memories. I have a memory wall, of the customers that I loved so dearly that had passed, and for the people that's been in our life. And I remember the very first customer that we lost. We called him Preacher, and I remember that like it was yesterday to each and every one, that we had lost throughout the 10 years that we've been in business. And I know that's life, and I'm getting older, but those people really meant a lot to us in Mammy's and helping us stay Mammy's. Their support was phenomenal, and it's just we'll never forget them.
That's right.
You
that's
know.
right. Well, congratulations. We do appreciate it. And I know you'll be back and doing it again tomorrow like you always were. So
Yes, sir.
if we could give Woman of the Year next year, we'd do it again. But I don't think we can do it
I will
twice.
do it
I don't
every
think
year.
anybody's ever repeated before.
I love it. I love it. And everybody knows I love it. I'm just smiling. I can mop the floors. I don't mind.
From Gravel Switch to Woman of the Year, we got Christy Clark here with her, Mammy's of Mammy's Kitchen. So, Mammy, we do appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
And well, thank you for this honor. And like I said, I know you'll do us proud.
And you're a great customer too.
Well, I
We
do
love
that.
you and Donna to death.
I love food, and I love
Yes,
being
we
treated
know.
nice.
And I
Those
like
two
pizza.
things are great. All right, well, thanks a lot, Christy,
Thank
for
you,
being
Kenny.
here. Thanks a lot. We'll be back with more Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV right after this.